What's up? My name is Ken Binwell, the MC with the sauce. Don't forget to subscribe to J. Cool.
Greetings to you, fellow Zambian citizens. So like I did announce, I have started what I'm calling the unpacking of the proposed amendments to the Constitution. Remember, Constitution and the clauses that are proposed, sometimes I've got languages that citizens cannot understand. So it's important that we unpack what is being proposed so that our supporter, they can support with full understanding of what they are supporting. And those who object also with a full understanding of what it is that they are objecting. Because I note that we are shooting in all directions. So it was important for me that we start speaking to one proposal after the other. So I'll continue doing this almost on a daily basis through these, videos and also through write-ups that I'll be posting on my social media platforms. So today I want to speak to one proposal. The UPND are proposing through these amendments one thing. Number one, to stop by-elections. Remember, many years we've been contemplating on stopping by-elections because it has been argued widely that by-elections, they are costing the country too much money. So let's now understand what this means and the implication thereof. Number one, the question is, what brings about a by-election? So, a by-election is brought about when there is ichipunda muli office yaba MP, a vacancy in the office of the MP. How does a vacancy arise? Ichipunda mu office yaba MP, chichitika shani, how does it come? So, a vacancy comes about, number one, when the MP resigns. Umuine atawe ine na fireka. Number two, when that MP dies, you just have to replace him through a by-election. Number three, when that MP is expelled by his sponsored or sponsoring political party. Again, there's very little we can do. There are internal issues of political parties, so they can, expel each other. There are other reasons how or why a vacancy or how a vacancy comes about. For instance, when somebody is disqualified as provided for in the other provisions of the law. The question we are discussing is, should we continue spending money when, such a scenario happens where we have a vacancy mu office yaba MP? So what the UPND is proposing is let's do away with the by-elections. Now, this is what they are proposing. They have proposed two things. Number one, for constituencies where there is an independent MP, automatically when that MP, when there's a vacancy in that MP, for the case of Nkana, when there's a vacancy in the office of Nkana MP because he's independent, they will have no choice but to go for a by-election. We still will have to spend money. But when there's a vacancy in the office of the MP and that MP comes from a political party, they are suggesting Kwebati, we will not have a by-election. That political party where that MP is coming from will have to propose or to bring another one, Kwebati Unomba Ewalaba MP. It sounds very good on paper that at this number to Arambok saving MP ishabuteko. It sounds very good, and I think that this is what we've been saying must be happening. But let us understand this further. Let's say today I belong to the UPND and I disagree with the UPND on principle on an issue they are proposing. Okay? Do you know what may happen? That by UPND are going to expel me. We've seen a number of expulsion going on flimsy grounds. So what may happen when this, is enacted, with these amendments goes through, is that a political party can easily expel a member who disagrees with that political party. And very quickly, easily, they can replace him with another person. The question is, imomweba asalile, ulya muntu. Elo ulya muntu, bamutamfya ba political party. This law would now mean tamuakakwate nomba an opportunity to choose another person of your liking. Because when we are electing, we don't elect political parties, unless that's what we do. We elect individuals whom we believe that these can give us proper representation. But what the UPND is proposing yakutila, nga uli omuntu omwasalire omwatemenwe, bamuchita expel ba political party, bali oba muchita sponsor, imo mwebekala mweba mu constituency, tamwakakwate muulu bali, bakamiretera fyo omuntu oba political party balefwaya. Now the dangers are that, kuti bamiretera neshilu, and you will have no option. They've brought, you have no option. They've imposed a candidate or an MP for you. Can we now look at further implications? The further implication is that now you will have MPs abakasanguka ba mushani na bwadi bachindankulambule. That situation can create puppets. Ba MP abakutira ngaya mu parliament asanguka fye chite. He cannot question the decisions or indecisions of his political party for fear that he may actually be chucked out and another person is brought in. This can also further lead to favoritism. Tuafumiamo babinu obo tuachitere sponsors a political party, tualeta mo bululu wesu, or tuishibokwe, but this one is going to be jumping when we sing. Is going to be worshipping us as and when we please. Okay? There can also be a situation where, say, the UPND got 90 MPs. They can chuck them out and bring other people. The challenge is that you, the Zambian people, mweba mu constituents, you will have no say. Your representative would have been imposed on you. And the chances are that such a person they will impose on you may become a puppet and may not effectively represent you. Because belonging to a political party does not mean you can't question the decision of that political party. I have one MP in mind, an MP from the UPND, an MP called Miyutu. Chinga Miyutu, my favorite MP in that, parliament from the UPND. Who, when it is not okay, he will say, this is not okay. Whether it is done by UPND or not. So, this situation, Nishiba Miyutu, chapata twakakwate po abapalaba Miyutu, because he will also be scared that he can be chucked out. Today, why it is very difficult for political parties to easily expel a member of parliament, it's because they know they will go for a by-elections. And in a by-elections, chances are equal. They can lose that seat to the other political parties. But if there would not be that fear of losing the seat to other political parties, they can easily expel an MP without much ado. So it is important that we understand these things. I think, in my own view, if the UPND, and by the argument we've had in the past, were interested in saving, resources, we would have said, they would have suggested that if an MP, when a vacancy is recorded in the MP's office, the person who got the second highest votes should be the one who automatically should become the MP. That could have made a lot of sense, because that would have stopped political parties from expelling their members at will. But to propose that a political party can chuck you out and replace you easily, can bring in babululu beka beka mwabatantika, and also can create ifite, stooges, or puppets, bamushani na bwadi, nangu bachindankulambule, to replace those who would stand their ground to object decisions and indecisions of government. I just thought that you don't get carried away with this. Seemingly that sounds very nice, to avoid costing money on costs on government, but look at the deeper meaning of what this proposal would entail. I leave it up to you to also have your own analysis on this proposal. I'll be back tomorrow with another
Let me
proposed
know
amendment.
what you think about
This
this
Binwell
video.
Mpundu, Member
Thanks
of
for tuning in
Parliament
to
from
JQ
Ghana.
News.
I
Don't
thank you.
forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest updates on tech, politics, and everything in between. Until next time, stay cool.